Hey everyone, it's Sadie. Today I thought I would show you guys how I color my hair because I have gotten so many questions of what color I use, how I do it, and how you guys can color your hair yourselves. And while it's kind of hard to explain over DM, it's a little bit easier to show you guys exactly how I do it. It took me forever actually to find the right color for me. I went through several mishaps because I couldn't find a good YouTube video saying, hey, this color works really well, or hey, I use this, or like they did it totally wrong. So it's just, I finally found my way, my color that I like to use, and it's not expensive, it's not a box dye. Don't even get me started on box dyes, just no. And it's really easy to use. So I will be taking you guys through that. And ignore my voice right now, I'm getting over a cold, so I'm kind of like gross and phlegmy, so ignore that. But yeah, so let's get started. I use Socolor by Matrix. It's their permanent brand. I get it at a professional and cosmetology student only store, but you can order it online. It's a little bit more expensive. I get a discount, so for me it's only like $7, but normally it's like $14, I think, online, just typical retail price. But honestly, I'd rather pay double. If I were you, I'd rather pay double for like a good professional hair color rather than like a box dye that will literally ruin your hair. I used to use box dyes when I didn't know any better, and then I started going to school and I was like, oh, box dyes are trash, don't use them. Like, someone asked me if I could do a tutorial on how to use box dye properly, and I was like, there's no way to use it properly and effectively, it just will ruin your hair, and I'm not gonna show you how to do that, I'm sorry. I'd rather you have nice, healthy hair, and I don't want you using something that'll, you know, ruin your hair. But yeah, anyway, I use the shade 8C. It's the medium blonde copper. I did use 8cc at first, but my roots turned out a little brighter than my natural color. I mean, not my natural color, the rest of my color. And yeah, my cosmetology hair color instructor told me to go down to 8C, and I was like, why didn't I think of that? Obviously. I'm a level 7, which is like a medium blonde, and I use a level 8, so that means I'm using 10 volume developer. So I can lift my hair one level, because permanent color lifts and deposits. So I'll be using about 1.5 ounces of this today. And on the, I don't know if you guys can see this, but focus, focus, focus. Come on. There we go. Yeah. See, it goes by 1/2 ounce each line, and that's like how you measure. And you're gonna want to have like towels, mats, everything all on your floor and counters because it's red and it will stain. With Matrix, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, which means if I use 1 ounce of color, I use 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. So, yeah. And then it's easier with a brush. Some people like to just apply it with their hands, but like if you're doing your roots and if you have short hair like me, you want to use a brush. And you're going to want a towel to wrap around you. I'm using a cape because I just had one laying around. So yeah, I'm just going to take this and put a little bit on my brush, and you want to be careful not to overlap. I end up overlapping just because, I don't know, I don't care that much, but wow, what is going on? Technically you're not supposed to, so try not to if you can. But yeah, I'm just going to put it on my roots a little bit. And it is permanent color, so it will sting a little bit. But yeah, you want to do it like a strand test first if you've never used this color, because you might be allergic to it or something. You want to saturate it really well, and like I said, you don't want to overlap just because you can create banding and it doesn't look good. So try not to overlap if you can. Like I said, I don't care because I end up just getting it cut off. I try to time it to where I'm about to get a haircut. That way it just kind of evens itself out. I'm gonna try to explain my process of this as easily as possible so I don't confuse any of y'all, because that's the last thing I want to do is confuse you guys. It gets a little hard on the sides and back because 1, it's hard to see, and 2, really short, so it gets a little difficult. And you want to make sure you get the sides, like this area does not want to take sometimes, or like I'll think I put it on, but I really didn't. And it's kind of a pain, because that's what grows out. That's what you see the most. I'm going to get your front too. I'm going to go ahead and do this side as well. Well, that looks crazy. But yeah, some people cover it. I don't. I don't know. I don't feel like I need to cover it. Sometimes I do, like if I'm like doing things and I don't want to get color anymore, I'll cover it. But it'll process faster if you do cover it. But I only let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes before I check it. I don't need to let it. Typically, you need to let it sit for about 30 to 45 minutes. But since my hair is only lifting one more level, I let it sit for about 10 to 15 and then I check it. It's typically good at that point, and then I can like do the rest of my head and then wash it. So I'm gonna let this sit and then I will be back. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes and I checked it and it's blending pretty evenly, so now I'm just going to go in and cover the rest of my hair, but I'm only going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. Like, not that much at all. Technically, you're supposed to like mush it through the ends when you're rinsing it, but that's really hard for me to do at home, so I literally let it sit for sometimes not even 5 minutes before I rinse it, to prevent the banding, so. And then I'll rinse it, and I use Color Safe shampoo. I use Matrix again. I like Matrix a lot. They're really nice and pretty inexpensive. So, yeah, I will be back with the finished look. Okay, I obviously had rinsed it out. I left it sitting for about 3 minutes at most. Yeah, as you can see, it got all of it. It blended well. It looks good. I missed a little bit right here, but I always do that, so it doesn't even bother me anymore. At least I got this front part. That's like really all I care about. But yeah, I really love this color. Like, it works so well for me. I'm glad I finally found the color that I like using for my red hair, and I highly recommend it if you're not a natural redhead. It looks very natural. Anyway, I hope this was very helpful, and I hope if you try it, I hope it works for you. And like I said, I highly recommend Matrix Socolor. It's my favorite. It's a great product, and yeah, I really hope this was helpful, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions at all. I will be happy to answer them, and yeah, I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching.